Hey guys, welcome back to the Interceptor. We're here with Alliance War Season 53, Number 8, and Matrix has matched up against Bolt. So, we, at this point, basically can't make Masters. I think because of the war that we won, being one of the ones that didn't end up counting, we would have needed to win Wars 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, because that would have had us end with a record of... That would have been 6 and 5. Yeah, we would have ended with a record. No, that would have had us ending with 7 and 4. So we have to win 4 of the last. Sorry, 4 of the last 5 wars. Yeah, we would have to win 4 of the last 5 wars. So we are trying to do our best. And on the right there, I knew it was going to be close with my charges, but I thought I should go for it because if that had worked, I would have put on like 12 or 15. Power stings. But yeah, bolts, I'm pretty sure they're a Platinum 1 alliance, but they are gonna beat us this war because we have not been playing very well recently. But yeah, this matchup, Cassie versus White Tiger. This is one of 2 fights I have today with Cassie. The other is going to be a Hazard Shift mini boss on the boss island. But this is straightforward. I've taken this White Tiger before with Ultron, and I've taken it twice with Ultron. One time I soloed, the other time I died because White Tiger kept spamming specials and went unblockable while I was in my corner, and then at 15% she activated her power gain. I didn't have heal block up. You can see how that would go badly, and then the special 3 one-shotted me from like 80%. So here we have a Mr. Sinister on the other Hazard Shift node. There's not much to say about this matchup. The only thing is that Mr. Sinister removes all of the degens that you have on him when he throws his special 1. So if you're going to throw your heavy attack to get a bunch of DOT on, it's best to do it immediately after baiting special. There, we're going to say I was regenning health by eating that special 1 because of Ultron Sig ability, but the truth is I just messed it up. Pretty straightforward matchup. It's going to be a little bit slower because for some reason, despite how good of a matchup this is, it always seems to just take a little bit longer than a lot of the other Ultron fights. Because I think he just has a pretty large health pool. But anyways, yeah. This fight's pretty straightforward. This guy does have unfazed. I believe I'm going to throw my heavy attack here. And yeah, we're going to eat another combo, which is just insane that I'm playing this terribly. I probably should have thrown special 3 there. But it's not really a matchup you can mess up. So as much as this is a very imperfect fight, I am not concerned whatsoever because I'm still going to end well over 90% health. The only other thing that's kind of annoying about Sinister in general is that after he throws his heavy attack, he likes to just stand around, but if you try to hit him, he'll just intercept you or parry. So what you have to do is you just have to kind of sit around and wait until he decides to be aggressive again. So it's kind of weird because his animation after he throws a special 1 just has him sitting there for a little bit longer because it kind of just trickles over into the fight, which is a little bit odd, but nothing insane. Here we have Maestro. When I was given my assignments, I was told to use Ultron and Cassie for 2 fights each, and then I was told bring whoever you want for Maestro. Is Hood objectively the best Maestro counter? No. That's probably Kindred. But if I have an excuse to use Hood on a fight that he is very good for, and undeniably at least one of the top options, I'm going to use Hood. Like, come on. Who are we kidding here? I'm going to use Hood. And, yeah, we're just going to play this slow. This does have some prowess on it. I believe at one point in this fight, I am going to eat a special 1. I don't remember exactly when that is. Also, I made a little mistake here where I did not knock down when the cooldown came back. or like, sorry, when the cooldown was gone, and that definitely cost me some pace in the fight because his, whatever his mode is called, where he gets his passives, yeah, the Superior Rage, it's going to trigger much earlier than it normally would in this matchup, because normally you can like basically almost kill him before it activates, and in fact, on most path fights and some mini-boss fights, you can kill him before that even triggers. But yeah, we're just going to wait it out here. Obviously, he can't glance special attacks, so that fight goes down nicely. Other options for this fight that would have been really good, CGR would have been great. Tiger would have been great. There's so many champs that can fight Maestro, and Hood was just one of them. So I'm pretty happy with how that fight went. Next, we have this Bishop. This is actually a little bit of a more challenging fight, because if Bishop throws a special 1 in this fight, all of the specials for the remainder of the fight are going to be fully unblockable, because I don't know how to Dex his L1. I know it's possible. I have done it before when I was like panicked and I was just spamming dash back and I got really lucky. But in general, I don't know how to Dex his L1. So my goal in this fight is just going to be to not let him throw a single special 1. So I'm going to be hard blocking, reparrying, using, I believe, no, I thought I would use my special 1 there to guarantee push him to L2, but I just blocked. And then we are going to do, there I did a full Dex. That was actually an accident. What I meant to do was 1 hit block and then Dex, but you know what, I'll take it. Like we're going to do here. Yeah, that's the normal way you want to approach this fight, because Ultron kills so quickly that if that's all you do, and you have to block, partially block, let's say, 3 L2s in the fight's going to go down before the unblockable is going to become a problem. And there his L2 did go unblockable, but whenever he activates his special, I always glance up to see if my evade is there, and if it just happens to line up, I'll just let the auto evade take care of it, and I won't even swipe back, because if you do swipe back, the evade will still trigger, but sometimes you'll be pushed far enough back that you won't be able to counter his special 2, so I just kind of let the game do it for me. But let me be clear, even if that had hit me, it would not have killed me. I had an invuln on. 2, the energy resistance would have taken care of it, and I would have regened up. I would have been like, I would have still ended that fight around 70%, unless the first hit crit. But that doesn't really matter, because I didn't die, and I didn't eat an L2. Here, this is going to be Mr. Wong on Hazard Shift, and he's going to start off the fight being annoying and almost very close to letting me stun myself. But here he is going to let the power stings fall off, which is not so nice. But it's okay, because we are immune to the poison part of the Hazard Shift, so as long as we take care of the Incinerate, we're going to be fine. There, we almost got a triple resist, and I did get my special 1 up in time to pause the power stings. Wow, I feel like I'm just stumbling over every single word I'm trying to say right now. I should probably, at this point, be applying a poison to pause my taunt, but yeah. It's fine. I think I'm going to do it right here. And yeah, here I'm going to go heavy into special 1. Beautiful. That is exactly what you want to do there. And yeah, at this point, 15 power stings up plus a taunt. I have so much attack rating decreasing going on that the Hazard Shift Incinerate, when it triggers, is barely even doing damage to me. But yeah. This fight's going really nice. We are getting up to 24. We're going to throw... Oh, we're not going to throw our special 1. We probably should. Probably should. Okay, never mind. He's just going to throw it. That was really nice of him. But yeah, SP1, just to guarantee he throws the last couple specials before he goes down. This one gets him to 4%. I am going to hit into him and take a little bit of the energy explosion damage, but it did almost nothing, because I think that with the taunt and all of the inequities counting, Cassie can reduce attack rating by like 70%, I think it is. 70, not 17, 70. I believe that's correct. And then here, I actually forgot to apply a striker to Kate Bishop because throughout all of the star levels of strikers for skill, I only have 3. And I placed them on other champions for the last Battlegrounds meta. And before I entered war, I forgot to check if one of them was on Kate, and it wasn't. Luckily, that's not going to end up mattering at all. Because I believe Kate is for only 1 fight, which is a thing in Section 2. And obviously you don't need a striker for that. But, yeah, we're going to boost up here. We are on Path 9, Section 2 again. And we are taking this JJ with Ultron. I was originally assigned to use Valk for this fight, which was my idea. But then I realized that one of my matchups a little bit later would be a little bit sketchy if I didn't have the White Mags pre-fight. So I decided to change things up so I get the White Mags pre-fight. And that just involves me taking this matchup, which is a fine matchup. There's absolutely nothing wrong because with a champion that's tanky like JJ is, it is definitely better to use a champion with such high DOT like Ultron. Like you can see 30 seconds in, she's already at 40%. And unfortunately, she is going to be triggering her unblockable on all these special attacks. But I'm just going to parry. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep parrying in the corner. And as long as I don't throw a special, she's not going to go unstoppable again. I'll let her throw a special if she wants to, but at this point, she's just going to die from the DOT. And yeah, I'm just going to let her bleed out in the middle of this L2, and what could have turned out to be a sketchy fight if she decided to throw special 1 over and over and over and over and over again, especially with the power reserve, turned out to be a pretty simple 1-minute fight. So here we have Havok. Not really much to say about this matchup here. All you have to do in the matchup of Ultron versus Havok is parry like once every 20 seconds or something like that, which is going to be pretty simple to do. But again, you're just going to rely on your DOT. He does reduce critical damage rating, so when you have your guaranteed crits, they're not going to do as much as you're expecting, but that's really just not a big deal. I'm going to attempt to push him to L2 because it's just faster if I only get him through L2s, but this fight has power focus 1. Right there, I could have thrown my L2. I don't know why I didn't. And unfortunately, I have been noticing quite often with Ultron that when I am blocking and the opponent hits into my block while I have an evade active, it drops my block fast enough, or like just for a little moment, that aggressive opponents will throw specials. So there, while I was trying to push to L2, here I should have thrown L3. I don't know why I'm not throwing L3. This is really stupid. Yeah, because if I'd thrown L3 right before I do my heavy attack, I get an extra charge for power draining. I remove all of Havok's plasmas, and I would have a stun active for me to go in and throw a heavy attack to apply my degens. That was really stupid of me. In fact, at this point, right there again, I should have thrown my L3, but I was just kind of focused on making the fight simple. But what I was saying before is that I've noticed quite often that my evade is ruining my plans of trying to push certain defenders to L2, and they throw L1 because my evade triggers into my through my block, which is a little bit annoying, but again, it's not ever really in a situation where it would threaten the fight in any way. So I'm completely fine with it. Here we have a thing. I'm not really scared of this thing. I am scared of Sauron on the next note. I am a little bit worried about that fight because it does have the unblockable on regeneration, so he's going to go unblockable almost immediately. And if Sauron doesn't want to throw his special 1 and you get stuck in the corner with him with an unblockable L2, say goodbye to 100% of your health because he is going to nuke you from full health. And that's what I'm worried about. And then there he was going super defensive, and I didn't want to tap into his block because then I wouldn't have been able to throw the L1 until after I baited out a special. Would have been a little bit annoying. But yeah, We're just going to let the DOT tick him down. I'm going to completely ignore the regen, so I am just going to continuously activate it through the fight, because as soon as I get my special 1 on, I will be doing so much more damage. And then here I got him to 15 rock stacks, and unfortunately he was not at a special. So what I could have done is I could have parried and hit him 1 time, and that would have removed enough rock stacks for me to safely push him to L1 after that. And because he was stunned, despite the fact that he goes unstoppable, I would have had time to dash back. But, you know, it worked out. He let me hit into his block, pause my cold snaps, and push him to an L1 to remove his rock stacks. So here we do throw the wags on. This was one of the fights that I was scared about, just like I told you earlier. So it's one of the reasons that I wanted wags on my team. In hindsight, someone like Sinister would have also been really good, but my Sinister is on defense, so in this specific scenario that would not have worked. At this point, all the rest of my fights are Ultron fights, and I believe I have 3. I have this, I have Bishop, and then I think I fight a Wolverine Weapon X on Hazard Shift this war again, because I seem to do that every single war. And yeah, Sauron, this is the only fight remaining I'm scared of, because 1 combo in, he's already fully unblockable. So as long as he throws a couple special attacks, there's nothing to worry about. But he clips me here because he's unblockable, and he's not throwing L1. At this point, I'm like, fuck me. Like, I am going to die. He throws the L1. I try to parry it. I parry the first hit, and then I eat the rest of it. And yeah, he gets his power gain. I throw my L2 to push him back. And I'm just praying I dex this L2. And I do. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you. I was so terrified. Now I just want to kill him. I'm just going to do a combo into an L1 or maybe into a striker. That's probably smarter, yeah. Because if I'd thrown my L1, sure, I would have gotten increased damage on the L1, but I would have also... removed my DOT, right? So here we're going to node 39 Bishop once again, because it seems like every single time this fight is on the map in either BG1 or BG3, I am always taking it. Because we have had other players take it with Ultron and die, and I'm the only one that has not died. In fact, in war number 10, I take this fight in both accounts in the same war. Which is just amazing. But I do know how to fight Bishop pretty well, and Ultron versus Bishop is a fantastic matchup on just about every single node you can imagine. And yeah, this is going to be pretty simple. Bait L2s. If he throws L1, I'm just going to ignore it and take a little bit of incinerate damage like right here. But there, luckily, it lines up so that he is able to activate my evade to give me an additional charge. Here, combo in. Yep, that was really smart. Strategically taking the power sting damage because I had all of the DOT up and it was about to expire to get a big cauterize. But yeah, at this point, the fight is about to go down. I probably just need to bait 1 more special. My heal block is about to fall off, but as soon as my heal block falls off, I will have my 5 charges ready to reapply the heal block right there. And yeah, he is going to go down. Oh, he's going to throw 1 L2, and then he's going to go down. So a minute. 1 minute. That's basically how the fight goes on average. I usually lose about 30 to 40% of my health on block damage or incinerates, and I finish it in about a minute, roughly. So here we have Wolverine Weapon X on path... What path is this? What node? This is 43. Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Shock. And while I am immune to neither, I reduce both. So it just doesn't matter. And also, Ultron is such a hard counter to Wolverine with this tactic that this fight is going to take quite literally 30 seconds. Like, actually 30 seconds. Because we're going to do a combo, we're going to do a parry, we're going to do a heavy, and then we're going to bait L1, and at that point, just call it curtains, man. Like, he goes unstoppable, sure, I'm going to bait out 1 heavy attack, what are you going to do now? Like, the fight's over. I'm not going to lose tactic because I'm constantly hitting. Here I'm going to get my L2 right before the heal block expires to reapply tactic. And yeah, he is dying so fast. We haven't even inflicted our degens a second time. And we don't even get to because the fight just ends before I even have the opportunity to in a 32-second fight. So that is going to be all for me this war. I didn't have any mini-bosses, obviously, because on my alt account I don't have any good science meta attackers. So I'm mostly just the guy that brings Ultron every war because he's never been banned in this meta, which I'm very happy with because he is incredibly, incredibly good. So that is all for this war. Like I said earlier, we did lose this war. I don't remember what the score was. I'm not going to go check because it doesn't matter. We lost. That's all that matters. We are now 3-5 on the season, and our death total is at 3. 2 on my main, 1 on my alt. And my PSR overall is at 84 out of 87 or 97%. And my main PSR is at 44 out of 46 or 96%. And my alt PSR is 40 out of 41 fights soloed or 98%. My deathless streak between the two accounts is up to 20, 35 on my main, 10 on my alt. And that may seem confusing because my main streak is higher than my overall deathless streak, but it's just because the last account that died was my alt, so that reset both the alt and the overall deathless streak. So now between my two accounts, I have a consecutive deathless streak of 20 fights. One more quick thing before I go. War number 9 did not record. So the numbers for my fights will be included in my war number 10 description, but I do not have any fights to show you because I literally have one fight that recorded. I don't even know if I had it. I think I... Oh, here... No, never mind. I did delete it. The fight was CGR versus Node 49 Mysterio. Like the stun reflect polka dot power. And I literally just went SP1 boost, threw my L1, redid my cycle with power gain, got my L2, and L2 cycled him. He literally threw 0 specials the whole fight. And the fight was like 45 seconds. So I deleted it because like I'm not going to make a war video explaining all the fights I took if I only have one to show. So if you're wondering why the videos skip from War 8 to War 10, that is the reason. They literally just didn't record because I ran out of storage on my phone, which is why I am trying to get these war videos out as quick as possible. But that is going to be all for today. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.